thing is thick, it is dense, it is half a pound, it is heavy. Are you trying to eat boring old oatmeal like my dad for breakfast? I'm sorry I took a shot at you, Dad. Or would you rather eat a half-pound dense and fudgy protein brownie every single morning? The answer better be the half-pound brownie because it's gonna have less carbs and more protein and taste way better than boring oatmeal. I'm gonna show you one recipe that can be eaten in 2 different ways. You could either cook this recipe and eat a half-pound brownie for breakfast, or you could raw dog this recipe, leave it in your fridge overnight, and eat brownie batter overnight oats. Regardless of which way you wanna consume this, you gotta stop eating boring oatmeal that you don't even like. You gotta make this recipe. 40 grams of oats is 1 serving, and we're gonna use exactly that much. But we can stretch 1 serving of oats across 2 breakfasts, and we're gonna add a bunch of protein to this to make this entire recipe have more protein than carbs. Are you buying oat flour? If you are, come here. I'm gonna smack. Don't buy it, you're wasting your money. I'm gonna explain this to you like you're a 5-year-old, because I have the vocabulary of a 5-year-old, so I can't explain this any other way. Oats, blender, blend it. Oat flour. If you bought oat flour at the store, it cost you 5 times as much money as just buying regular oatmeal and blending it yourself. Now that I saved you a bunch of money, you should go buy my cookbook. Check out my cookbook, link in the description. It has over 100 recipes and I'm constantly updating it, so when you buy it once, you get all future updates for free. All the recipes are tailored towards fat loss and building muscle. Protein powder, we need 20 grams of whey protein powder and 20 grams of casein. Whey protein powder is gonna help this brownie rise and get fluffy, but if we just use whey, the brownie is gonna be as dry as a hockey puck. Casein is gonna help this be moist, but if we just use casein, it's gonna be as flat as a hockey puck. We don't want this brownie to be a hockey puck. So we have to use equal amounts of whey and casein to get the fluffiness and rise, but also the moisture absorbency. And then 20 grams of powdered peanut butter. I love a good nut, especially when it's a peanut in powdered form. Powdered peanut butter, 50 calories per 2 tablespoons. It is regular peanut butter, but regular peanut butter is 190 calories per 2 tablespoons. That's a lot. You take all the oil out of regular peanut butter and you ship it away, and you're left with the protein, which is this. It's the powdered form of peanut butter without all the oil in it. It's high protein, it's way lower calorie, and it'll help you lose weight. There are 3 types of cocoa powders. There's natty cocoa powder, there's dark cocoa powder, and there's black cocoa powder. As you go from here down this way, they get less bitter and less chocolatey and darker in color. Natural cocoa powder, not very dark in color, very chocolatey, very bitter. Dark cocoa powder, a little bit darker in color, less chocolatey, not super bitter, but kind of bitter. Black cocoa powder, not chocolatey at all, tastes like an Oreo, not very bitter, very, very dark. I'm using 20 grams of black cocoa powder because I love this taste. It makes everything taste like an Oreo. And I'm using 2 tablespoons of my favorite sweetener, erythritol. But if you use natural cocoa powder or even dark cocoa powder, you're gonna need a little bit more probably. Especially if you use natty cocoa powder because it's quite bitter. This right here is sugar, and this is erythritol. The sugar is grainy and it's crystally. You could feel it in your fingers. Erythritol is the exact same way. You could feel each crystal in your fingers. So when you're baking with these, this has the same type of texture as sugar does. Stevia does not have this. This needs bubbles. Baking powder. A pinch of salt. Mix your dry ingredients together to avoid clumping. 3 egg whites. Oh no, it broke. I got it. I got the yolk. Fall. Please, separate. Get out of there. There we go. I need to add a disclaimer right now. If you're gonna eat this recipe in the brownie batter form, you should use carton egg whites that are pasteurized instead of raw egg whites from an actual egg, because if you use the raw egg whites, you will die. I'm using raw egg whites because I won't die, because I'm strong. And maybe it's fine if you die, because if you die eating egg whites, maybe you shouldn't breed and pass down those weak genetics to other people. So maybe you can use real egg whites if you want to, but you will die. Whisk this together, and then 140 grams of pumpkin puree. And mix. If you powder a nut, it's only fair to milk a nut. And when I see a hole, something needs to come out of it. Why not? Dry goes into wet. And mix. There we go, perfect. 4-inch ramekin, oil spray. Add in half your batter. It's gonna be around 270 grams. A little bit of mini chocolate chips. Always use mini chocolate chips because 1 regular size chocolate chip equals 3 mini chocolate chips, so you feel like you're getting more chocolate, but you're actually just getting more pieces for the same amount of calories. Pop it in the air fryer, 275 degrees. And if you like peanut butter, like I like peanut butter, you gotta check out Legion's peanut butter protein bar. These things are ridiculous. I've been eating these like crazy. It's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich combined into cookie dough and then it turned into a bar. It is so freaking good. I keep these with me all the time. The chocolate chip cookie dough flavor is awesome too, but you know me. I like my peanut butter. And before my workouts, because I'm trying to mutate, I'm trying to get massive and gain as much muscle as possible, I've been taking the pre-workout sour candy flavor. It tastes so freaking good. Combined with the pump, I take both of these 15 to 30 minutes before I work out. Perfect energy. Use the stim-free version if you don't want caffeine and you're training late at night. Plus the pump to get a fat pump at the gym. I'm so excited to train. Check out the whey and casein protein powders, pre-workouts, pumps, and protein bars from Legion Supplements. If you don't like anything, they will give you your money back. Use code Rahul. But if you like a portable PB&J turned into cookie dough, the other half is not gonna get cooked. It's gonna turn into brownie batter. We're gonna leave it in the fridge overnight. It's gonna get crazy, crazy thick. I need my mini chocolate chips, always. Done. Ooh, it's rising. Let this sit and rest for 1 hour. What's up? I went to the gym. It's been 2 hours. Brownie is cool. That's heavy. It weighs half a pound. This thing is thick, it is dense, it is half a pound, it is heavy. Oh, this thing is dense. Whole thing, no chocolate chips. You could add as many or as little as you'd like. 267 calories, 32 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, 6 grams of fat. More protein than carbs. Let's try the brownie batter one. Brownie batter. Oh, that was dripping. Brownie or brownie batter? Tell me which version you like better. Use pasteurized egg whites to make this recipe if you're gonna eat the brownie batter. And don't eat this with the side of chicken sausage, otherwise you're eating the entire family for breakfast.